Hey there, guys. Michael of Painting War Games. I'm back again. So today, I just got back. I returned to my old computer because it wasn't acting right, and I really wasn't satisfied. So I got back the old big tower. But today, I went out and picked up my first box of Warhammer Fantasy Warriors of Chaos. Shasha. Yeah. Um. So, some of you might be asking why, and I think I've stated this in previous videos that I sold my Salamander army. Um, got I got an amount of money that I wanted. Like I got $270 for it. It's definitely worth higher than that. The models like you can buy the Space Range tactical troops for what that was. But I'm gonna keep Necrons as a whole for 40k. I'm not going to abandon 40k. It's just I'm not going to play it a lot. And orcs, like War Boss Irongrin here. He. I mean, that will be like say, 8th edition comes out, or I meet a group that really wants to play 40k. I'll buy more orcs, and I have intentions on buying more orcs. It's just I want to get into fantasy. In my opinion, fantasy seems like a more mature game. It's not this power hungry game. From what I gathered now, there is a lot of like instability right now because the end times is out, and there's a lot of stuff I don't, I'm not really familiar with. Like their magic phase, I guess, is getting all thrown up in the loop. So there's like a lot of different stuff happening, but you know, uh, from what I gather, it's still a pretty stable platform. They're not getting like data slates every week or two and all that stuff. So I have been wanting to do Warriors of Chaos for a long time, actually. I have always, like the group I was, said, hey, we'd get into fantasy once Ninth came out. And the rumor is that Ninth is going to launch sometime in like May or June of next year. Today is, I think, the 10th. Yeah, it's September 10th. So I'm not really wanting to wait 6 months to start buying and building models. The core rules, though, I'll wait until then. If anything else, I might get like the little Island of Blood edition thing off of eBay. So as far as color schemes go, I wanted these guys to be like a bluish gray color. Um, so, and I picked up a couple paints whiles at the Games Workshop store here where I live. And I picked up the Fang. Let me turn on the light. So it is the Fang. Let's see if I can get this. It's a glare, but yeah. I picked up the Fang. I don't know what this blue is. Something blue. And then I got Hoth blue. Because I was trying to get the base and the 2 layer colors because I couldn't find it online or on GW's website. So I walked in there and the guy there, he's like, he doesn't normally run the store. He's just there because I guess the other guy's sick. He couldn't really tell me, and the guys there really didn't know because they don't use the Fang as a color. But I wanted like a gray blue, sort of like a Space Wolf as like the primary color. As these guys, it shows them as black. I wanted like a blue gray. I also picked up Tyrant Skull, the dry brush, because I am planning on doing like their cloaks, sort of similar. And my Tyrant Skull has been dry. Like this is the dry brush color, but it's like a rock right now. So I'm gonna toss it, get rid of it. But so yeah, so that's what I'm doing with these. These will sort of be my first miniatures that I truly keep for fantasy because Warriors of Chaos seem really similar to me to Chaos Space Marines. They seem like an all around like you. This is the army you could learn with. Like if you make mistakes tactically, they're not going to crumble that easily. So I did talk with Anne from the Sustainable Center the other day about me getting my painting service going. It was very enlightening. I gathered a lot of information. I actually jotted down a lot of notes here. Basically, the point came across is that I shouldn't go full bore. Maybe a website would be cool. But I shouldn't really get an LLC right away. Just keep it simple, informative. Sort of low key until I gather a big consumer base. And to really start doing like competitive stuff, like painting competitive stuff. One thing he did sort of state was that for fantasy, because he is a fantasy player, that I should do like one of each of the categories. I should do, a core choice, like an infantry choice, which will be Warriors of Chaos. Then I should do like a fast cav, a hero, a lord, and monster cav, and etc. down the line. So that sort of helps me out, because as I build Warriors Chaos, I will do one of each of those categories. Lords and Heroes, though, I'm gonna really pick out one that I really like, and I got a feeling it's going to be like the Dark Elf, Dark Elf, Dark Dragon, or whatever that Black Dragon is. I have a thing for dragons. I like them, so that's a really cool model I would just like to have and keep on the shelf. We talked about tabletop standard, and how much I should make an hour, and basically where I should start getting models. I sort of broke what we had talked about. He said, "Oh, go to Bartertown or eBay." Well, I'm in the mood to paint, and I don't have anything to paint right now, so that's why I went to my local Games Workshop store. Make a Twitter and Facebook account. I'm going to make a Facebook account, even though I have my own. I'm going to make one subbed for just this. And I'm going to be doing it for 40K along with it. I have lots of pictures of 40K stuff that I have built and painted. I think I have one of basically almost a lot of miniatures I've done. Every miniature I've done, I've taken pictures of. Particularly the commission ones I did earlier on this year. So I'm going to be going, like to the Warseer and Bartertown. I'm going to be looking for deals to pick up here in the next coming weeks. He said pick up Island of Blood. And I like the Island of Blood as a set. I don't like the armies that are in it. Like, I think it's a good buy for anyone who would want to play High Elves or Skaven. And Skaven is something I'd like to get to if I, once I get into fantasy. I think that'll be my second or third army. But as just trying to build up stuff, I think I'm just going to leave that one aside. I have the same thoughts about the Dark Vengeance set. It's 2 Space Marine armies. They're 2 armies I wouldn't want to play. So for 40K, but yeah. So yeah, that's how that went. I'm getting the levels of painting basically down as I see fit. I will start bringing you guys painting tutorials here soon, showing, hey, this is what I paint, or this is how I paint. If you guys want models painted by me, go ahead. I will have a pricing sheet here in the next month or two coming out with the painting guides, being like, oh, hey, if you guys want levels, because I think I'm gonna try doing levels 0 through 6, because I don't do ultra high quality, but it's gonna be start off at level 0, which will basically be me assembling the models and priming them, and that's it. And you're going to get a really good price for that, because assembling and priming is nothing for me to do. So, alright guys, don't mean to take this too long. This is just an update video. So, this is Michael of Painting War Games, and as always, keep gaming.